Hey guys, it's me, Flying Solo, and today I'm going to be reading some of Warriors, A Dangerous Path, the 5th book in the first series, or first arc, necessarily, I think. And I'm on Chapter 9, page 97. Once again, Chapter 9, page 97. And, I'll read a couple chapters. Okay, Chapter 9. So this is right after Snowkit's death. As her clan stared at her horror, Bluestar spun around and stalked away to her den. Fireheart took a pace after her, but without turning her head, she snapped, "Leave me alone!" There was so much venom in her voice that Fireheart stopped in his tracks. What am I supposed to do now? He asked himself. He could see that the clan was on the edge of panic. The shock of the Hawk's attack and Bluestar's interpretation of it was turning them into frightened kits. His own legs were shaking, but he pushed his fears away and sprang onto the high rock. "Listen," he called. "Gather around, all of you." Gradually the cats obeyed him, creeping into a huddle at the base of the rock. Several of them glanced fearfully up at the sky, as if they expected the Hawk to return. Fireheart noticed Fernpop pressing close to Dustpelt, and Longtail crouched on the ground as if he thought StarClan were going to start raining fire on them. Fireheart noticed Fernpop pressed close to Dustpelt, and Longpaw crouched on the ground as if he thought StarClan were going to start raining fire on them there and then. And then Fireheart spotted Cloudpaw. The apprentice was gazing around in bewilderment. "What's all the fuss about?" he meowed to Brightpaw. "Every cat knows StarClan is just a tale for kits. They can't really do anything to us." Brightpaw faced him with shock in her eyes. "Cloudpaw is not true!" she exclaimed. "Come on," Cloudpaw gave her an affectionate flick with his tail. "You really don't believe that, little Thistledown, do you?" He showed his indifference by sitting down and giving his paws a thorough wash. Fireheart stared at his apprentice with cold dread chilling the blood in his veins. He had known for a long time that Cloudpaw had no respect for the warrior code, but he had not realized that his apprentice did not believe in StarClan at all. On the other side of the clearing, Cinderpelt and Brindleface were gently guiding Speckletail in the direction of Cinderpelt's den. Cinderpelt stopped, mewed something rapidly to Brindleface, and came limping toward the rock. "I think you might need me, Fireheart," she mewed. "But make it quick. I have to take care of Speckletail." Fireheart nodded. "Cats of ThunderClan," he began, raising his voice. "We've just seen something terrible. No cat can deny that, but we have to be careful about what meaning we give to this tragedy. Cinderpelt, is Bluestar right? Does this mean that StarClan has abandoned us?" Cinderpelt spoke up clearly from where she sat at the base of the rock. "No," she meowed. StarClan hasn't shown me anything to suggest this. The camp is more exposed since the fire, so it's not surprising that the Hawk could see its prey." "So it was just an accident that we lost Snowkit?" Fireheart prompted. "Just an accident," Cinderpelt repeated. "Nothing to do with StarClan." Fireheart saw the clan begin to relax and realized that Cinderpelt's certainty had reassured them. The cats still looked shocked and grief-stricken that Snowkit had been snatched away, but the wild stares of panic were fading. But along with this relief came the worry that once the clan had recovered from their shock, they would start asking themselves if Bluestar had gone so far as to declare war on their warrior ancestors and StarClan. "Thank you, Cinderpelt," Fireheart meowed. Cinderpelt flicked her tail and limped quickly toward her den. Fireheart took a step forward and on top of the rock and gazed down at the upturned faces. "There's something else I need to tell you," he began. He wasn't at all sure he should be saying this, since Bluestar insisted that WindClan was responsible for the dead rabbits. But with the safety of the clan at stake, he couldn't keep silent. "We think there's a loose dog on ThunderClan territory. We haven't seen it, but we scented it at Snake Rocks near Fort Trees." An anxious murmur rose from the cats, and Sandstorm called out, "What about the dogs at the farm beyond WindClan territory? Maybe it's one of those." "Maybe," Fireheart agreed, remembering how the savage creatures had chased him and Sandstorm while they were searching for Cloudpaw. "Until it goes away again," he went on. We all have to be especially careful. Apprentices mustn't go without a warrior, and all cats who leave the camp have an extra duty. Look for traces of this dog. Scent, paw marks, scattered scraps of prey. And a dog, Mouser put in. The filthy creatures never think of burying it. Right, meowed Fireheart. If you come across anything like that, report it to me right away. We need to find out where the dog has made its den. He gave his orders, he did his best to hide his growing sense of dread. He could not stifle the feeling that the forest was watching him, concealing a deadly enemy somewhere among the trees. At least the threat from Tiger Star was a straightforward fear of attack from a known enemy. This hidden dog was another matter, unseen and unpredictable. Dismissing the clan, Fireheart leapt down from the high rock and made his way towards Cinderpelt's den. On the way, he spotted Brackenfur limping back into camp with Swiftpaw just behind him. The ginger warrior's fur was torn where he had forced his way through briars and undergrowth in his pursuit of the hawk. One look at his lowered head and dejected expression told Fireheart all he needed to know, but he waited for Brackenfur to come out and make his... One look at his lowered head and dejected expression told Fireheart that he needed to know, but he waited for Brackenfur to come up and make his report. I'm sorry, Fireheart. We tried to keep up, but we lost it. You did your best, Fireheart replied, pressing his head against the younger warrior's shoulder. There was never much hope. A waste of time and an effort right from the start, Swiftpaw growled, and his eyes betrayed the frustration at their failure to save the kit. Where's Speckletail? Asked Brackenfur. With Cinderpelt. I'm just going to check on her. You two help yourself to the fresh kill and then get some rest. He waited to see that the two cats obeyed his order before continuing to Cinderpelt's den. Sandstorm fell into step beside him. When they reached the clearing outside the medicine cat's den, they found Speckletail lying there with Brindlefizz crouched beside her, licking her gently. Cinderpelt emerged from the den in the rock, carrying a folded leaf in her mouth, which she set down on the ground in front of Speckletail. Poppy seeds, she mewed. Eat them, Speckletail, and they'll make you sleep. At first, Fireheart thought Speckletail would not hurt her, and then she half sat up, turned her head, and slowly licked up the poppy seeds from the leaf. I'll never have any more kids, she mewed, her voice hoarse. I'll be going to join the elders now. And they'll welcome you, Sandstorm murmured, crouching beside the older cat as the poppy seeds took effect and her head gradually lowered into sleep. Fireheart glanced admiringly at Sandstorm. She was a skilled warrior, and he had reason to know the sharpness of her tongue, but she had a gentle side, too. He was roused from his thoughts when he heard Cinderpelt clearing her throat, and he saw that the medicine cat had padded over to sit by him. From the look she was giving him, he realized that she must have spoken to him and was waiting for a response. Sorry, what? He mewed. If you're not too busy to listen, Cinderpelt meowed dryly. I said that I'll keep Speckletail with me overnight. Good idea. Thanks. Fireheart remembered that Cinderpelt had been with Speckletail when he had been telling the clan about the loose dog. There's something else you need to know, and I'd like you to have another look at Bluestar. Oh, what's the matter with her? Speaking softly so that Sandstorm did not hear him, Fireheart told Cinderpelt about the evidence that a dog was loose in the forest, and how Bluestar was convinced that it must be Wind Clan invading ThunderClan territory to steal prey. He's so confused, he finished. She must be to declare war on StarClan like that. She must be to declare war on StarClan like that. And there's a gathering in a few nights. What's going to happen if she starts accusing Wind Clan in front of the other cats? Now, wait a minute, Cinderpelt meowed. This is your clan leader you're talking about. You should respect her opinions, even if you don't agree with them. This isn't just a disagreement, Fireheart protested. There isn't a scrap of proof for what she suggests. His raised voice made Sandstorm prick up her ears as she lay beside Speckletail, and he lowered it again as he added, Bluestar was a great leader. Every cat knows that. But now, I can't trust her judgment, Cinderpelt. Not when she isn't making any sense. You should still try to understand her. Show her a bit of sympathy, at least. She deserves that from every cat. For a few heartbeats, Fireheart felt the outrage that Cinderpelt, who had once been his apprentice, should be talking to him like this. It wasn't Cinderpelt who had defended Bluestar's decisions to try and hide her confusion so that her clan still trusted her. Not to mention making excuses for to all the other clans so that no cat would suggest the weakness at ThunderClan's heart. Do you think I haven't tried? He snapped. If I'm any more sympathetic, my fur will fall out. Your fur looks fine to me, Cinderpelt remarked. Look, Fireheart made one last effort to suppress his annoyance. Bluestar missed the last gathering. If she doesn't go to the next one, every cat in the forest will know something's wrong. Can't you give her something to make her a bit more reasonable? I'll try, but there's a limit to what my herbs can do. She's gotten over the effects of the fire, you know. This trouble started long before that, when she first found out about Tigerstar. She's old and tired, and she thinks she's losing everything she believed in. Even StarClan. Especially StarClan, Fire agreed. And if he broke off, realizing that Sandstorm had left Speckletail and was walking toward him. Finished talking secrets, she murmured in a short voice. Flicking her tail toward Speckletail, she added, She's asleep. I'll leave her to you, Cinderpelt. Thanks for your help, Sandstorm. Both she-cats were being very polite to each other, but somehow Fireheart felt it wouldn't take much for them to unsheath their claws. He wondered why, and then decided that he didn't have time to worry about pretty squabbles. We'll go and eat then, he meowed. And afterward you need to rest, Sandstorm told him. You've been on your paws since dawn. She gave him a nudge, propelling him toward the main clearing. Before he had taken more than a couple of paces, Cinderpelt called after him, Send some fresh kill for me and Speckletail. If you got time, that is. Of course I've got time. Fireheart felt completely baffled by the tension that had chilled the air. I'll see to it right away. Good, Cinderpelt gave him a curt nod, and Fireheart felt her blue gaze train down his back all the way across the clearing. That's all I'm going to read, because now I'm on Chapter 10, and I'll read a couple more chapters next time. Thanks for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell to get notified on all the newest videos. Bye!